Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to go through what I want you to do to set up your comps for this week's project. And before we do that, I really just want to kind of talk to you about what a comp is and how you can do it really quickly. Um, Basically, what a comp is it's the step in between your thumbnails and roughs, and then basically your final piece. So it is a more refined version and usually a digitally created version of your rough. So instead of showing your client a rough sketch like this right here, we would show a client more of a detailed um, layout. Still not, and you can take these as far as you want. They should pretty much mimic as closely to your final layout, minus a lot of color. And different designers do comps differently. I usually do just a simple Greybox wireframe. I may use some legible text, depending on if it's something that number one I already have the content for, or number two something that I need the client to make sure they understand that this is going to say this here or whatnot. But they usually look more refined than just showing your client just a real quick sketch that you did for their layout. I basically have just a few different thumbnails for layout. This is going to be the cover. This is just going to be one of my interior pages, and this is going to be just a spread. Now, when I do comps, I will usually just do Greybox wireframes, which includes dummy text. And again, I don't really spend a lot of time on color. I don't spend a lot of time on font choice. It's really just to kind of get your structure down. That way your client can make changes at this stage and it doesn't take as long to fix. So waiting until after a piece is pretty much 90% done to show to your client, you've got a lot of time invested in it. This way I can go real quickly from my thumbnails to a real quick comp, and my client can say, hey, I don't like the picture that's going to be, the placement of the picture that's going to be down here, or hey, I don't really want my logo to be right here, or can we move the text up a little bit, or can we move it over here? It's real easy to make changes at this stage versus when I got 4 or 5 days into a project. That's a lot of time wasted when a lot of the changes could have been made at this stage when I just have maybe 5 minutes tied up into something like this. So I'm just going to show you quickly how I do a comp and kind of what I'm expecting you to turn in for your comps. For this project, we're working on a 12-page booklet. I do not want you to do comps for all 12 pages. I'd like for you to pick 4. So just pick 4 pages. I don't care which pages they are. But go ahead and refine your layout. Work through your thumbnails. Work through your roughs. And when you get finished with your roughs for those pages that you choose to do comps for, I just really want you to do a comp real quick. And I'm just going to show you quickly how I do them. I usually work with a grid. If you're interested in making this grid, talk to me in class. This is a little different than my actual design grid. This was a grid built very quickly with the rectangular grid tool. And I'm an illustrator. I'm not going to spend time to talk about how to set that up. But if I take a look at my thumbnails, for this particular page, I can see I'm going to have some text. I'll zoom in. I have some kind of text over here kind of running up the page. I'm going to have, let's just say this is going to represent images of individual things, clients or whatnot. I'm going to have 3 pictures. I'm going to have a headline here and just maybe a sentence or something for each of these, and I'm going to have 3 pictures down here at the bottom. So to represent that real quickly with a comp, in Illustrator, I'm just going to grab my text tool. I'm going to drag out a text box, maybe highlight the number of words I want, highlight what I don't need, get rid of it, and maybe bump the font size up a little bit. Rotate that, stick it maybe over here. Now I'm going to have 3 circles So I'll have one here. Usually just turn that gray. So move it over here. And have some more text. Just say a little bit of text right here. Maybe bump its size up a little bit. You can change its font weight if you choose to. You know, you can take these however far you want. Maybe a little bit more text. Turn that down a little bit. Make it light or regular or whatnot. Make adjustments to its leading. And just something real simple and real quick. Move that over a little bit. Take it, I need 3 of them. Duplicate that real quick. And then I'm going to have 3 images towards the bottom. Let's just say 1, 2, 3. I'll just scale those down. And that real quickly is a comp. Do the same thing for the next one. And basically these are deliverables that you can show your client. The client can make changes based on your layout or whatnot. And then you can make those changes quickly. And then by the time you get ready to go into your design phase, you already have basically a roadmap of what you want. So take a look at those. We're going to do 4 pages for comps. And I look forward to seeing them.